In this video, we will discuss about malware and different type of malware. Malware means malicious software. It means it is also a software. Malware is a software, but it is a malicious software. Software we know such as we have a Word, Excel, PowerPoint, browsers, Excel application and so many other applications we are using in daily life. However, this malware is also like an application. It is a file, it is a code, application, program. However, the purpose of malware, which is look like a software, program, file, code, application, but it harmful to your computer, your services. And malware will infect your network, your services, and it will steal the data. So every malware has a different type. I would say like in this word you will see two type of people, good people and bad people. Now bad people can be different type. Someone is maybe he lie to you. Someone maybe he is a thief. He steals something. So this is different type of bad person. Maybe someone is killer. So now this is the dangerous one. Similar in malware, we have a different type of malware. Some of them which steal the data. Some of them like a bad people. Some of them is to damage your network, your resources, your computer. So it's similar like a regular software, but this is a malicious software and it will behave differently. Now different type of malicious software such as viruses, worms, trojan, rootkit, spyware, then we have adware, scareware, botnet, logic bomb, keylogger, and so many other we have malware. And every malware has a different job to do, different character, different type, like a bad person in this world. Every bad person is different than the other bad person. They do different thing. Some of them will deceive you. Some of them will steal the data. Some of them will do something else. Similarly, we have a malware. So these all are the type of malware: viruses, worm, trojan, adware, spyware, spam, botnet, ransomware, worms. So let's discuss one by one quickly. The first one is virus. Virus is the type of malware which require someone to execute them. It means virus requires some type of human or any other application interaction to activate them. So it means if you have a virus in your system and nobody touch them, so it will never damage your network and system and data until and unless someone activate them. Either some other application open them and activate, then it will damage your network. So this is a type of bad software, malicious software, a bad person. It will never damage you until and unless what you done, you activate them. So we have a virus here, which is the type of malware which require interaction. And it can be a software, another software activate them, or maybe you activate them as a user. Then it will damage and destroy your system, data and information. So you get the idea the what is virus. Let's go to the second one. Worms. Worm is also type of malware which doesn't require any activation and it replicate themselves automatically and it will spread in your entire system and your entire network automatically. It doesn't require any interaction like a virus. It replicate automatically and it will damage your application, your services, your network and it can consume your bandwidth, and it can bring down your services, your network, and it will destroy your operating system as well. So this is more dangerous than the virus because it replicates automatically. So if we have one worm, so it will replicate automatically and it will damage your entire network, which is more dangerous than the virus. Let's go to the third category which we have malware is adware. Adware means advertising support malware. Malware we know malicious software. So this is the type of malware which advertising something to you. So if I have an example somewhere, so it will advertise something, okay, and when you click, so it will damage, and maybe they are advertising for to generate a revenue for hackers. So this adware can be used for different purpose, and the main purpose is to play, display and download advertisement automatically on your computer. And when you install that software, it can steal your data, it can damage your network, and it can generate revenue for multiple purpose. You can use this adware, which we call them advertising support malware. Let's go to the another category of malware is ransomware. Ransom, we know ransom money. So now this ransomware, where means malware. This is another type of malware. And the main purpose of this ransomware is to encrypt your hard drive and your file. Your entire system will be encrypted. And what you can do, you need to pay them. It will show the banner like this. Let me go to show you here. You know, it see that you need to send them 399 to get the keys. And when you type that key, it will decrypt them. Okay. And what they will do, it will decrypt, and then you can see your files. So these are the instructions they will give you like this. And after that, otherwise you can just format your hard drive and you can reuse them, but you will never recover your data. So this is called ransomware. Means they are asking the money you need to pay, then they will decrypt. So this is a type of malware which will encrypt your entire system, and you need to pay them, then they will give you a key, and when you type the key, then you can decrypt and you can see your file. There are many type of ransomware. These are few example, and the one which was very famous was the WannaCry, if I mention somewhere, which was famous in the year, it was in 2017. So there was an attack of WannaCry with the name ransomware, which destroy many computer all over the world. And then they will ask you the money. So this is another type of malware. Let's go to another type of malware is Trojan. Trojan is taken from the Trojan horse. You may know that story. So this Trojan is a malicious program, is application, software, code. So this Trojan will look like a regular application. Maybe you download a small application from the internet, which like a calculator. Maybe you require calculator, subnetting calculator, or maybe normal calculator, maybe scientific calculator, and you found on the Google and you download them. Now when you open them, so you can type each and everything and it will do everything for you. However, in the background, what they will do, they can damage your network, they can steal your data, and they can access on the back door your system, and they can do a lot of, because Trojan has many types, such as we have command shell Trojan, graphical user interface Trojan. Similarly, we have HTTP and HTTPS Trojan, document Trojan. Then we have a botnet Trojan, VNC Trojan, remote access Trojan, data hiding Trojan, banking Trojan, DOS Trojan, FTP Trojan, software disabling Trojan, and so many other type of Trojan. And every Trojan has a different role. And the main purpose, it will look like a regular application, but behind the scene, what they will do something else. Maybe they will open a back door for the hacker to your system and they can access your system. And a lot of other things they can do. They can steal your data and they can forward the data from your system to the hacker. And they can damage your network. They can activate a virus. They can activate worms. They can do a lot of other things. So you can use them for different purpose, this Trojan. However, initially it will look like a regular application. And I give an example such as calculator you download. Now let's go to spyware. Spy means to spy something, to steal something. And ware means malware, type of malware. So spyware means what they will do, they will monitor your activity, your system activities. So whatever you do, they will collect your private information and they will send them to the hacker. And also you can use this spyware similar like a Trojan horse malware. It means again you can use them for multiple purpose, but the main purpose is to steal your information, your banking information, your sensitive information, your medical information, your credit card information, your system information. This is the main purpose. That's why we call them spyware. Let's go to another type is rootkits. Basically root means administrator account in Linux and Unix. And kit means kit, program, application. So basically rootkit means to get a root access. Maybe you are a normal user, but somehow you get a powerful user privileges. So they type up malware, we call them rootkit. And because you was unauthorized to access some things, now you are authorized because now you have administrative right of account to get the root access. This is one purpose of rootkit. Second rootkit is that you can use them to get the system level of information. And you can get those area which you are not allowed to access. Suppose an organization you are not allowed to go to data center, but however somehow you manage to get permission on your local user to access the data center. So this type of permission is called rootkit. Now another type of malware is keyloggers. Keylogger basically keystroke loggers. So it can be a software and it can be a hardware. Normally we use them as a software. You need to install a small application on the system, and whenever the user try to type anything on the keyboard, anything, those information will be sent to the attacker and hackers. So in this way you can get the password detail, credit card detail, debit card detail, banking detail, password information by keylogger, because whatever you type on the key, those will be sent. So definitely when you type password, you are using keyboard. Now how you will install keylogger? You can use them many such as spyware you can use. You can use viruses, you can use Trojan. You can use anything to install this keylogger on the user system, and whenever they try to type anything on the keyboard, so those information and those keystroke will be sent to the hackers. So this is another type of malware. Now we have a scareware. Scare to scare, and ware means malware. So this is another type of malware, and the main purpose of scareware is to trick the victim, the user. It will trick them and you will become the victim. Maybe they will say your system is dangerous and you need to format your system. If I have here such as fake virus, if I have not this one, yes, like a scare, it will scare you that your system is infected and you need to pay them, otherwise your system will be destroyed or whatever. They will scare you, and this way they can generate a pop-up window, a messages that you have a viruses in your system, you have a spyware in your system, you have a malware in your system. And what you need to do, you need to buy this software to clean your system, or maybe they will say clean your application, clean your registry. They will can use a lot of things, but the main purpose is to trick the user, and they just click on this software and download them. Or maybe they will say buy this software, so when you pay, so they can hack your credit card detail and other information, and also they can damage your system. So again, you can use this for multiple purpose. However, the main purpose is to scare you. Another type of malware is logic bomb. Logic bomb means is also type of malware which is triggered by a special events. So when a specific date and type is reached, so then this is like a atomic bomb, like a time bomb. So when that time is reached, that specific date is reached, then they will activate and it will trigger. So we call them logic bomb. Okay, and it requires a specific date and time when it's reached, so it will automatically do something. Maybe it can be the combination of spyware, it can be used for stealing identity information, it can be damage your network, it can do a lot of things. So again, you can use them for multiple purpose, but this is another type of malware. Now coming to botnet. Botnet, which is the combination of two words, bot and net. Bot means robot and net means a network. So it means robot of the network. So it will make your system a robot. And robot, how robot work? Which work on your remote. Whatever you say, that robot will do that thing, like a kid's robot. So when you have a remote, do this one, do that one. Similarly, this botnet, what they will do, they will infect your system. Okay, not your system. It can, like maybe on the chat, on the Facebook chat, or any other social networking. Well, they will say that this is my picture, take, and when you click on that picture, you download the picture, so it will infect your system and it will make them as a botnet for that user. Suppose someone was chatting on the Facebook with you and they share you that this is my picture, this is my information, click on that. When you click on that one, so it will, hold your system. It will take control of your system, but you don't know. It will make your system like a zombie, and it will use your system to attack another user. So you can see these are the botnet. And this is the attacker. Now this attacker will send the detail to this botnet, and from here they will attack on someone else. Now if someone catch you, they will catch this user. Now this user don't know that the system is controlled by another person or attacker or hacker. So this is called zombie, either botnet, because these system under the control of this person. That's why we call them botnet. And he is using your system to attack someone else. You get the idea? So this is called botnet, and they can use them for, maybe they can do DDoS attack, and for many other purpose they can use your system. Another, we have a DOS, denial of services attack. And there is another type, distributed denial of services. So if you are doing attack from one system, so this is called DOS attack. If you are doing attack from multiple system, so we call them DDoS. Denial of services, to bring down the services. So when the user trying to access any services, so those services will not be available. So this type of malware, we call them DOS. And for that purpose, we are using zombie or botnet, which I just told you. So we can use this botnet different maybe 1,000 PC which is under my control I can use, and I can generate attack from those system on a services to bring them down. And there are different type of DOS attack and DDoS attack, such as ping of death, smurf attack, TCP sync flooding, CDP flooding attack, buffer overflow attack, ICMP flooding attack, and so many other. And I have a complete course on this one where I show different type of attack. Now another type is SQL injection. SQL injection is basically a technique which destroy your backend database. So suppose if I go here, so suppose normally when you try to log in google.com or facebook.com, so you have a username and password. So if their database is weak and their design is weak, that website is weak, so you can use SQL injection. This is just a simple example. Let me type this special words as a name and password, and when I say view control detail, so it show me all the user detail. Consider them this is a Facebook login page. If that Facebook login page database is not properly secure and you use this method, and when you type this one and view account detail, it will show you all the word user Facebook account detail with password and everything. Similar like they show me here. This is called SQL injection. So you inject, the backend database to gain the access. You destroy the database. You deceive the database. You make a query like this, that because that web server was not properly secure, whatever the language they are using, PHP, ASP, C#, whatever, so the backend database is also not secure and the front end is not secure. So when you try this special command, you can get access to the database and you can retrieve all the user detail, all the patient detail, all the student detail. So this is called SQL injection. So this is backend database attack. We have a cross-site scripting attack. This type of attack is on the front browser attack. If I have an example, let me go to another one like this one. So what I will do, let me log in by the way, let me log in by one user. So then that user information, so let me log in and let me admin and admin. Okay, so now I log in. If I refresh this page, okay, so you can see if I type here and look up, you see it's showing me that the username is admin and this is the password of the detail and everything. This is just simple example of cross-site scripting. Because this form is not properly secure, so I use a script, and every time when the user login, okay, so it will show me all the detail of that user because I use the front end attack. Previously it was the back end attack, the database. This is the front end attack. We call them cross-site scripting. And because the coding was not properly secure, your front end was not properly secure, so we use a malicious type of execution to get the information of the user. We can get the cookies information, we can get the session information of the banking, we can get the session ID, we can get login information, we can steal cookies information, we can steal session information of the banking. And because I have the same session, so I can continue, I can withdraw the money, I can do a lot of things. Now there are many type of cross-site scripting, such as reflected cross-site scripting, store and DOM base, and so many other. If I go here and go to cross-site scripting, look at now. We have reflected, we have persistent, we have DOM. So these three are the major one, and then we have a lot of type of attack of these. I'm not going in details, but at least you get the idea that there are two different type of attack, front end and back end. Another type is phishing. This is social engineering attack. We steal user data and information. and it steal the login credential, credit card information. And they can use phishing, can use different type. It can send you that email, they can send you a WhatsApp message, they can send you a message on the WhatsApp. Maybe they can call you as well, that your bank will be closed, kindly give us these information, we send you a code, give us the code, so that your, such as Easy Paisa in Pakistan, many people deceive like this. They use phishing techniques, and they say just provide this information, you will get a code, and if you provide us the code, so your account will be secure. Because they get all your detail, and even through WhatsApp they can get, and they can block your WhatsApp as well. They will say we send you one code, just tell us about that code. So this is called phishing attack. It can be using wishing. They have different type of attack, but altogether I will say this is phishing attack. And they can send you an email, they can send you a fake website as well. The real one is PayPal, this is something else, PayPal help services or something. The real one will be like this. So we don't check the URL. Maybe Facebook, similar page of Facebook, but on the top there is something else. So when you type your detail, so they will steal your information. So be careful. Maybe in some days it was a lottery, that you got a lottery, just pay like this and go there. So there are many things through WhatsApp, through emails, and through link, and it can be by many other method. So we call them phishing attack, and this is a type of social engineering attack. So in detail, I show you in my other course how to perform phishing attack using Kali Linux. So you can go through that as well. Another type is man in the middle. Man in the middle. So man in the middle, what they will do, when you a user and another user trying to communicate with each other, so your communication is going through another channel, and they can listen your communication, they can see your information, but you don't know. You think that I am directly connected. However, you are connecting indirectly. Again, there I have a complete course, and man in the middle, I show many things. Okay, and I show them how you can perform this attack. So this is called man in the middle attack. Okay, so in the middle we can intercept, we can modify the communication, we can listen the attack, we see the information of both user, we can see the credit card information, we can see user login information, and we can see the communication between two entities. So this is called man in the middle attack. Last, we have data breach. Data breach means the information which was not supposed to be released to the public, such as financial information, personal health information, patient information, or maybe your company secret information, trade secret information, and by mistake or by whatever reason you share that information, we call them data breach. Such as maybe you are working in an organization and you attach some sensitive information and you type the your boss email, but by mistake you type someone else email and you send the detail. Maybe you share the information by Google Drive. You are thinking that I will check that information in my personal computer later on from home, but by mistake you share that Google Drive to your friend. So this is called data breach. Such as Pamana leaks. Pamana leaks was also one type of data breach, and those information was leaked to the public. So this is called data breach. It can be intentionally or unintentionally. You need to be careful. You don't need to use the information outside the organization. And you need to use two-factor authentication. You need to use one-time password. You need to use phone-based authentication. And you don't need to share those information on the personal email or maybe drives or something. So these called data breach. So these are some security concept, and the main concept was the malware and different type of malware.